What's up guys, I'm back like I never left. In this video we're going to be talking about the overall stock market. What are the top stocks that we need to be watching out for tomorrow? There's going to be a big event, of course. We're going to be finding out exactly who won the presidency tonight, or it could potentially take a few days, but that can significantly affect the stock market. So I'm going to go over exactly what to expect. I'm also going to be doing a quick stock market recap and important economic reports that we need to be watching out for tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned. Now let's get right into the video. Before we get into the video, I'll appreciate it if you can hit the like button. If you have any questions or any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. So as you can see over here, we have the overall stock market that trended higher today. The overall sector in the stock market, they're all been going to the upside. The major companies like Amazon, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, they're all lagging the past few days, but today they're actually trended with the overall market together to move the overall stock market to the upside. The only sector that was down today was the energy sector, and also PayPal. PayPal reported earnings yesterday and had a continuation sell-off that happened, and the stock dropped minus 4.23% to the upside. So of course, a lot of people are paying attention to the elections tonight. That can definitely swing the stock market either to the upside or the downside. So I'm going to go over exactly, how to monitor the overall stock market. If you're somebody that wants to look at how the markets are taking in, some of the results when some polls or some results announced in different states, especially those key states like Florida, like Pennsylvania, like Michigan, Ohio. So in order for you to track in exactly how the market is taking in the results, you can open up the EMini Futures and you're able to see exactly how the overall stock market is taking in the news, so you can be able to use it. You can just go to tradingview.com, or if you're using TD Ameritrade, you can type in ES and you're able to see exactly how the overall market is taking in the news as the results are coming unfolding right now. So as you can see right now, the market opened, the futures market opened, and we're trending higher. We're up 0.76% to the upside. Of course, this can easily change as time goes by and the results gets announced, and that can definitely be swinging up or down to the downside. So as you can see, the majority of the time, the people that are really uncertain didn't want to take the risk. They're already sold off. They went out of the markets. Right now I've found a base at like 3,200 over here, and right now it's slowly trending higher and higher. Right now we had a phenomenal day today to the upside. So let's see if we can have a continuation move to the upside. So even though the stock market really reacts negatively to the downside, it could potentially go to only like 3,200 if the results are not really taken lightly, if there's a lot of protests and things like that. This is one of the things that could potentially happen, and everything works out as planned and people are super happy with the results, and investors, specifically the people that want to invest in the stock market, are happy with the results. They can definitely see the stock market go higher, and tomorrow you might see a gap up or gap down. So that is the main things that you can use this EMini Futures, because if we have a very, very solid move to the upside, you expect the S&P 500, the SPI ETF, of course, to gap up higher. So definitely track this to really understand what is going on and how the overall stock market is taking in the results. So another company that you need to be watching out for tomorrow, in case there's going to be riots. The majority of the time people are saying right now that there could potentially be a lot of protests going on, specifically on some states and bigger cities like Los Angeles, like New York, some big cities right now. So this is the company that really spikes up significantly. It's a penny stock, ticker symbol dgly. So it's currently trading at $2.92. As you can see, November 2nd already spiked up, and it broke out. It has like a multi-week breakout over here above the $2.70 area. So if it can hold above, we might see some spike up, and our first profit target, it could potentially go to 350, and if it decides to really go higher and higher, it can go to 450. So definitely keep watching this penny stock, but you never know what can happen tomorrow. Of course, things might be super peaceful, you never know, but the odds are that people are saying people are getting prepared, and actually they are really warning people that are businesses, specifically in downtown areas, to prepare for some really nasty thing that can potentially happen. And so you have to be watching out for this specific stock in spite of that. Also keep an eye on uvxy. This is a ProShare Ultra VIX short-term futures. This can definitely spike up and down depending upon how the overall stock market is doing. You can definitely take advantage of it by using uvxy, SQQQ, and all the other ultra short ETFs that you can be able to use in order to day trade it. This is not an investment if you want somebody that wants to get involved in and out really quickly. you can take advantage of the huge volatility that happens with the overall stock market. But when we look at the SPY ETF in general, we had a really fantastic day today. We're up positive 1.77%. So the worst case scenario, we can potentially go down to 320 area, depending upon if people or investors are skeptical about the results, and even if the results are not announced. And if there's super optimistic right now, as we were looking at the futures markets, it's really trending higher. We might expect the stock, to go to the first resistance price one over here, which is 341, and it can potentially go higher too. So it's really in a range right now, right in the middle. Even if there is a huge panic that happens, we've already been to the 320 area before. This is the 10% healthy correction price point level, which is 320. So we already been there, and also we already been to 350 area too. So it's not going to be a surprise for investors. So right now we're sitting at a very solid price point, depending upon if the stock market decides to go up and down tomorrow, depending upon if the results are announced. So the other companies that we're going to be watching out for, of course, going to be Workhorse, Neo, all these major companies, EV companies, has been rallying to the upside significantly today. They have phenomenal days. Of course, Neo hit a new 52-week high that it's been doing. You had phenomenal news. We talked about it yesterday that they crushed the delivery numbers for October, and that stock just keeps rising and rising. And you never know what might happen, of course, in the short term, but the stock is really tearing to the upside, and it's been breaking out significantly to the upside. So when we look at Workhorse too, we had a phenomenal day, which is 11.49% to the upside. And ARK Invest also started to buy this company. Of course, that area that we're watching out is going to be the support area, which is around $14, $15. This is the price point that we're watching. We started talking about this company when it was just consolidating over here, and it definitely doubled when it actually had a positive news come out and it hit $30. So it can definitely potentially go to $30 again, depending upon when we get more positive news and how the overall stock market actually trends within the next few days, within the next few weeks. So depending upon if there's COVID cases rising and etc. So there's a lot of factors that we can be watching out for. But of course, the USPS contract is going to be the main factor for this company. So definitely keep an eye on it. And of course, Neo stock at the same time too. But now let's talk about the major economic reports that we need to be watching out for tomorrow. So of course, the election is going to be the main thing that we're watching out for. And we have a lot of important economic reports that can significantly affect the markets. So at 8:15 a.m. we got the ADP employment report. It's going to be for the period of October. The previous was 749,000. At 8:30 a.m. we got the trade deficit. It's going to be for the period of September. The previous was negative 67.1 billion. The median forecast negative 63.9 billion. At 9:45 a.m. we got the market service PMI. It's going to be for the period of October. The previous was 56. And also at 10 a.m. we got the ISM service index. It's going to be for the period of October. The previous was 57.8%, and the median forecast is 57.6. So the times that I mentioned is going to be Eastern Standard Time. So keep a lookout for these reports, and also the result of the overall elections. We're expecting a significant rally to the upside or to the downside. Definitely going to be volatile times coming pretty soon. So be super careful. Make sure you manage your risk, and make sure you really understand what can potentially happen, either if it decides to spike up or go down significantly. It's really ideal to stay on the sidelines right now, especially in this market. So manage your risk. That is going to be the important thing you need to be doing. If you want to sign up for Webull or join the Discord chat or sign up for Patreon, there's going to be links available in the description box below. Let's get it for tomorrow. But I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Have a wonderful day.